I don't want to give away my location, but we're definitely not in Kansas. This here is Delaware. The wheat-filled pastures of Delaware, where the deer and the antelope roam. Oh, bring me a home where the buffaloes roam and the skies are all cloudy all day. I probably sung the wrong words, and I tried to get it right all day. Oh, if you kick a turd, what a bumbling word, and the skies are all sunny all day. These used to be our little Bulbasaur plants. If you go a few episodes back, that's my hand. That's the size of that leaf. Mind blown. They're huge. Here goes some more tall ferns growing. The woods are alive. If you want to come alive, let's go out to the woods and check out nature. Because we are a part of this shit. We are part of this. Mother Earth, Gaia. It's our mother, and it's our home. Full of so many diverse species like birds, and lizards, and snakes, deer, all sorts of stuff.
Eventually.
Welcome to vlog 16. Today we're gonna make a strawberry apple pie, my first one ever, and I'm excited to do it. So the first thing we gotta do is get our ingredients ready. So let's go check out where they are. I go to cooks.com to get my pie crust recipe. My favorite one is Easy Pie Crust from Pillsbury Bake Off. So let's try that one. All right, we got it here. Easy Pie Crust from Pillsbury Bake Off. So we need 2 cups of Pillsbury all-purpose flour. Of course, you can use any kind of flour you got. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2/3 cup of shortening, and 5 to 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. Very easy ingredients to come by. So far, I got mostly everything here. Here's the shortening, flour. We need just the salt and water. That's it. So now we're gonna get our first cup of flour. I level that off. What I use is a butter knife right here. Get a nice even surface. So now you know you have exactly 1 cup, so you don't over or under do the ingredients. And now let's get the second cup. And there goes the second cup. The 1 teaspoon of salt, which is 5 millimeters if you follow the metric system. Milliliters, not millimeters. So there we go. 2/3 cup of shortening, but we're gonna use 2 1/3 cups to get ourselves 2/3 cups. So here goes our first 1/3 cup. So now we have the 2/3 cups of shortening in there. And the final ingredient is 5 to 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. Here goes our ice cold water. Spoon is right here. And let's get that cold water into our flour. Just make sure it's nice and full. These are easy to do. Just make sure they're full and you dump them in. So that's 3, 4, 5. Let's just do 6. 6. There we go. And then ingredients, henceforth, are to whisk or sift flour together and salt until well mixed. Rub shortening into flour with fingertips or cut into using 2 knives or a pastry blender until mixture has lumps the size of small peas. Fill a small glass of ice and water. Using a tablespoon measure, spoon out 1 tablespoon of ice water at a time. Stirring quickly into the flour mixture, using only enough water, 5 or 6 tablespoons, for the pastry to come together. Mixture will be crumbly. Then we take it and divide it into 2 portions, with the larger half being from the bottom of the pie crust. Shape each portion into a half-thick dish shape. Smooth out the edges with wrap and plastic and rest for 20 minutes. Roll out on a lightly floured work surface, a size of 1.5 inches larger than the pie pan. Fit into pan loosely. Bake according to directions given in the pie recipe being used. So those are the directions, people, and we're gonna follow that to a T. Let's get to it. Now that the mix is pea-sized and crumbly, we're gonna take it with our hands, mush together, and get it to nice and 2 uniform balls. So let's do it. So now we have 2 separate pie crusts we're gonna work on here. I just took one nice piece, rounded it up with my hands, and then cut it in half. And then we're gonna put that in a plastic bag so that it traps its moisture and kind of settles. You just take it and put it in the corner of the bag and then just twist it up. Of course, it's easier with 2 hands, but when you're filming, sometimes you got no choice but to use one. So then I just take it like this, put it on top of the knot, and let it rest for 20 minutes. And in the meantime, we're gonna cut out some apples, which we have over here. And we're gonna dice up some strawberries. Let's get to the next scene. So instead of doing exactly what it says in the strawberry rhubarb recipe, I'm gonna augment that a little bit with some apples. Do apples, which are right there, and strawberries. Foxy. So I don't know about you, but I like my apples peeled. So I'm gonna peel some apples. We have the apple peeler right here. Let's get started on that. So now we got all 4 apples skinned, and now it's time to chop them up. Let's start it out. Now I'm hoping that this is 3 cups of strawberries. So I have 1 cup here. Let's see how it adds up. Try to get that into this bowl right here. Let's go for it. So that's 1 cup. That's 2 cups. And that is 3 cups. Perfect. And we still have a little left over. I'm just gonna eat these. So now it's time for strawberries. It is strawberry time. So we're gonna take these and dice these up as well. Chop off the little green little hairstyles they got on and get them into this bowl with the apples. It is time. You get started. So we got 1 cup of strawberries right here. I already measured it, so now it's time to finish chopping up the 2nd cup. The little tower right there. Pretty. That is pretty. So now we have our 2 cups of strawberries. I'm gonna put them in here with the apples. It's gonna be a strawberry apple party in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right now we are out of nutmeg. Instead we're gonna use pure almond extract. Let's see how that's gonna taste. So what I'm gonna do is try to fill this 1 teaspoon about 1/4 of the way. It's an estimate. Oh, I'd say that's close to 1/4 of the way up. Let's put that in here. Now see, that would have been the nutmeg, but vanilla extract, sorry, pure almond extract is a strong ingredient. 1 1/4 cup of sugar. That's 1 cup of sugar. Had it pretty leveled off. Now let's go for this 1/4 cup of sugar. Here it is. Here we go. Little white mountain of sugar there.
Oh my gosh, it's a white mountain.
I'm gonna do the 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not exactly doing this in order, just the way I feel convenient right now. But of course you can do yours in order. And we have here 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. I think this gives it more of the the gelatinous filling kind of texture that you usually see with pie fillings. Of course, this one needed the butter knife to level it off, and that helped a lot. Perfectly leveled. And let's add that. You also need 1 tablespoon of butter. Here we go with butter. I think most butter containers or butter packages have the measurements on them. This one here you can see it says 4 tablespoons, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna cut off roughly a tablespoon and get that on there. Well, in there. I'm just gonna stir this around a little bit. Friends, I want to add a little cinnamon to my pastry mix. The recipe didn't call for it, but I love cinnamon. So let's add some. That's about all I'm gonna do there. Stir it up a little more. A little quick stir. That smells beautiful. Wow. Whoa. I love cinnamon so much. It's one of my favorite spices ever in the world. Alright. Now it's on to the next thing. I'm gonna take these 2 pie crusts and get them rolled out. And get that into a pie pan. What I like to do is take a little bit of flour and add that to my surface so that the dough doesn't stick. So just take a little bit, just sprinkle it on your surface, and just kind of powder it around. And now we have a non-stick surface. Here goes our piece of dough we have here, and it's a little softer and moist, and it's ready to be rolled out. It feels very different than it did earlier. So putting it in a plastic bag and letting it rest does change the dough. It changes the texture. So it's always a good idea to do that. Let's roll it out. Once you have your pie crust to about the right size, you're gonna take your pie pan and put it over top and see if that is likely to fit. And it looks like it's just about right. So I can lift this up and put it inside the pie pan. So I'm just getting the pie crust inside the pan here, and then just, kind of getting the crust, pulling the crust up to the area high enough so that you can put the crust, so that the filling gets inside comfortably, and then you put the other pie crust on top. And this is what it looks like. To this portion here so that the filling goes in there nicely, and we close the second crust on top. And then we got 2 pie crusts here. And let's get the filling inside. And then the second pie crust on top. take it and just kind of press it down in our fingers so that we seal the crust, seal the two crusts together. And that sound right there was our oven preheated. It means that our oven is now preheated to 350. That's what that sound means. Give you a view what that looks like from on top. And you can make it look a little bit prettier than this, but this is what it looks like right now. So now we're gonna put some nice little slits on top. Like my slit look like a nice big M. I'd say we can W in the bottom. And there we go. Let's put that pie in the oven. There we go, now it's time to bake for 1 hour. It's already preheated to 350, so let's set the timer. Some light over here. Okay. Time clock. Let's do 1 hour. Start. And there we go. 1 hour, we'll check it and see how it looks. So now the pie is done. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Nice and tan on top. And we have a little emblem there, the MW. We're gonna let that cool down for a bit. Give it about maybe 10 minutes. And then we're gonna take a slice and see how it tastes. So here's this beautiful pie cut into. You can see the apple and strawberry filling inside. And it's pretty normal for the pastry filling to kind of ooze out the sides there, so don't worry about that. And here's our slice. So, let's try this pie. Oh my god. This must be how Willy Wonka felt when he made his first fizzy lifting drink. Oh, shit. Let me know how you like it. You gotta let me know. Let's try some double clap push-ups.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made